The National Council for Women's Societies, NCWS Nigeria, is the mother organization of all female-focused organizations in Nigeria. They are saddled with the responsibility of galvanizing and coordinating activities of women so that they could effectively participate in governance, leadership, politics, and all that pertains to human existence within and outside the country. Our guest is Hajiya Lami Adamu Lau, the National President, NCWS Nigeria. The program is Gender and Parliament, and I am Vivian Idekwefor. Many thanks for having you join us. Hajiya, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
I'm sure you are aware of what is going on within Nigeria's political space right now, yes, especially with the election of women into the National Assembly.
Yes.
We have just about 14 women out of the large number that contested. What is your take about this?
Well, I'm sad, just like any other Nigerian woman. After all the advocacy, and visits to all the political parties, we were very sure that our activities will increase number of women. But to our surprise, we had less than what we had before. So we are not happy. I'm not happy personally, and I believe many of us, or all Nigerian women, are not happy.
What do you think would have affected the performance of women at the National Assembly elections?
There are so many factors, but number one, if you look at the ballot paper, you see few women. And this is not connected with the high price of the forms. Where it is free, they will prefer to give the men. And where you go and get it with your money is very expensive. That is one, the high price of the forms. Then we have observed during the election, there are a lot of intimidation, selling and buying of votes, and a lot of electoral malpractices, which, our women can never be part of it. And if you look at it generally, I will say that the political leaders or the political parties prefer the men than the women.
Why would you say that?
Because if you look at the forms, if you look at the allocations, you will see that men are more than the women. Why? What have they considered? So they just prefer to have their brothers than to have their sisters or wives.
Okay, so now what can be done to check this going forward? Because as it is 2023 elections at the national level, we are done with that. So targeting 2027, what should women be doing differently?
I want to say here that the political parties should also follow their manifestos, and we have to also go on more advocacy. We have to educate our women the more, especially on the technology, because we have seen how the social media played a very important role in this presidential and National Assembly's houses. I know a lot of things happen, and a lot of advocacy on the social media. I know that one too have contributed. Government must also take step, that is to punish those political parties that refuse to go by their manifestos. Because this 35% is in all the political parties, but they don't follow it. And nobody punish them, or nobody asks them why they don't follow their their manifestos. And women groups, we have to work harder than before. We have to educate each other, on how to solve this problem. And advocacy campaigns should also go to our traditional rulers, because some of our problems are traditional. Yes, how can we allow a woman to lead, and the rest? So we have to take our advocacy. Some of us have done that, but we still have to, follow our traditional leaders to let them know the importance of a girl child and the potentials we have in women. When you talk of a woman, you have everything in her. She's God-fearing. All she needs is progress for the country and nothing more.
Okay, so you did talk about engaging the use of technology for enhanced women participation in politics, in leadership, in governance. And that takes me to the theme for the International Women's Day celebration for this year, 2023. We know that the month of March is dedicated to women. Yes, so, and the theme is digital technology for gender equity, and with the campaign slogan, Embrace Equity. Now, your organization, the NCWS, is saddled with such a responsibility of bridging the gender gap. How is your organization engaging or would engage this theme for the cause that you are set for?
We are advocating for technology education for our younger ones, especially at the grassroots from primary to secondary schools. And we also have prepared to have training for our women on the technology. We have started last year. We had a lot of problems of communication during this COVID-19. And we had a lot of experience. You have to go on visual meetings. You have to buy your foodstuff and the rest online. So all this gave us the idea that our women need to be trained on technology, especially our farmers, our local grassroots women. They have to know all these new innovations that is helping other women in other countries. So we are already on it. We have started a training. We are in collaboration with other NGOs that will assist us in seeing that we have educated our women, at least open a training institute or open a training center. It's never too late for you to learn. So, like on the commercial side of it, if you look at it, this online sales and the rest, we need to educate our women, And on the secondary school, we are advocating to the government through Ministry of Science and Technology, and also through our mother ministry, to train our girls especially, and to supply them with at least a laptop for training, so that they would catch up with the remaining world.
You're focusing on girls in primary and secondary school. Some reports have that girls experience a lot of bullying on the social media. How do we tackle this kind of ill that is coming up? Because the social media space, the internet space, is supposed to be free for everyone. But some people just feel that because you are female, you shouldn't say this on the social media, you shouldn't post this type of thing on the social media, and then they tend to be bullying other users. What would you say women should do to protect themselves or assert their rights in the use of the social media space?
That is another intimidation, and it's also part of the violence against women that we are trying to control. And that is why we want our own daughters too that are coming up to be trained so that we know how to control all these problems, and at least there is know how, if you know how to do it, nobody will stop you and nobody will control you. All these complaints we are receiving and the rest is because not many of them knows how to do it. But by the time we're being trained, I believe all this intimidation and violence will go.
The NCWS. What is the NCWS giving the women this year?
The advocacy on participation of women is something we have started and will continue to do it until we have reached the promised land.
And where is the promised land?
We shall soon, we shall soon reach the promised land. You know, it's something that we are wishing for, or we've been fighting for. So we think we don't achieve, we do. But only that because we expect much, right? You know, in those days, you can't even see a woman sitting with men to discuss. It's a taboo in some traditional institutions. But today, you know, we had many of female speakers, you know, that have controlled the whole chamber. You know, we have so many of them. So I believe we will one day reach the promised land. The National Council of Women's Societies Nigeria, we are on this advocacy and we shall continue. You know, we have our branches and chapters in both state and local government area. So for communication, you know, it's a fast way of passing, and we have achieved a lot through advocacy. But you know, most of our problems are men-made problems. Because,
why do you say so?
Yes, because if you look at it, give us form, we will buy from. They will say that they will give you free. At the end of it, you will not get the free form. Or they will put a lot of money that the woman cannot pay. Or put a meeting in the middle of the night, or 1 or 2 o'clock. You know, but thank God, we have gone far with this advocacy of refusing to attend a meeting because of intimidation. Or we have our own security arrangement, or we have enlightened our women that they should not miss any meeting. They should not miss any meeting because the men put it in the night. So we also have a plan of empowering women, because most of our problems, if you look at it, is financial, you know, and we intend to help our women on how to be self-reliant. We've been on it and we'll continue, and I believe it's helping our women, especially from the grassroots.
So we will take a break now. When we return, we will talk about women empowerment specifically. More so because we keep hearing women empowerment, and it has become like some sort of a slogan, you know. So we would like to know exactly, in specifics, the kinds of women empowerment, what all these amount to, and if actually they are actually making the impact that you did intend them to. The program is Gender and Parliament. We'll return after this break.
NTA Parliament is a dedicated 24-hour channel that broadcasts the activities of the Nigerian Senate, Federal House of Representatives, and all the 36 state houses of assembly. NTA Parliament, strengthening Nigeria's democracy.
Welcome back. If you just joined us, the program is Gender and Parliament, and we have been talking with the National President of the National Council for Women's Societies, Nigeria, the NCWS. Before we went on the break, Hajiya, we were talking about women empowerment, and I did say when we return, you would enlighten us more on the specifics of this empowerment. So the NCWS has been on advocacy for women empowerment, the girl child. What in specific terms are this empowerment about?
Well,
Is it politics? Is it politics, leadership? Is it governance? Is it in skills? Is it in financial literacy? What is this empowerment about?
It's all about equipping a woman to stand on her feet financially. And the National Council of Women's Society is really working on it, because after going through or checking some of our challenges, 70% you see is financial backwardness or financial problems. So how do we equip these women? How do we help them to stand on their feet? National Council of Women's Societies Nigeria presently is collaborating with National Directorate of Employment. We have started in Kano State. About 50 women are training on different skills acquisitions. And when they finish, they will now go back to the grassroots, like training the trainers is what is taking place now. So it's all about helping a woman to have something doing. When you have something doing, you have your revenue, you have your means of solving your livelihood problems. You will have less problems, especially even the domestic violence and race. When you have something to help to the family growth, when you have something to help, to association, to support your fellow sister, to stand on maybe counselorship and the rest, So when she is well equipped and she has something doing, I think it helps a lot of problems.
We also did talk about, you did make a point about money in politics.
Yes.
And that's, you did say, could be one of the reasons why many women did not make it to even contest,
Yes.
because they could not afford the nomination forms and all that. How do we address money politics in Nigeria?
Well, I want to say here that this is another ugly situation that we need to tackle. And not only at the national level, we have to start from what level? Using money to get delegate or force delegates to choose a candidate, is the number one problem. Because once they use that money, once they use this delegate and give them money, there is no how we can change it at the top. So I want to say here that we must start working from the grassroots. We have to stop the idea of this money for primaries. The whole system is corrupt, and no woman will go for that. So we have to, from what level? It has to be 50-50. Yes, let's work for 50-50 and see how they can use money again. And everybody is now fighting or jumping to get to be a party delegate, so that he will go and enrich himself. So that system is too bad. It's too bad. There is no how, we can build our homes or build Nigeria with this type of attitude. We have to change it, and I'm calling on all NGOs, all women organizations to team up so that we'll start working from the grassroots, yes, on this money matter.
A while before we came, we had the news that Nigeria lost the first female senator, Senator Franca Afebua. And in the course of discussing with you before we started the program, you did mention that you met with her some time back. Could you relive that moment with us?
A very intelligent woman. We have lost a brain, and somebody who has Nigerian woman in her heart. A true politician, an activist. I learned a lot during just a short time we've stayed with her. There are few women that we had in Nigeria that were really ready to sacrifice for women to go up there. But unfortunately, God said, this is the time she will leave us. We're really going to miss her because she was a mentor, a great politician, peace-loving woman. We really miss her. And I want to say here on behalf of Nigerian women, I want to condole the family and also pray for her soul to rest in perfect peace.
Amen. Getting more women interested, not to be discouraged, despite the outcomes of the National Assembly elections. We know that we don't have many women that returned, and we have some new faces. Some women may be discouraged that, oh, these people ventured and they didn't make it, and look at the number of women is decreasing. What word do you have for those who may be feeling that way?
I want to call on our women and also say that any woman that came out to contest is a winner. Because for a Nigerian woman to come out and contest with a man, is a great achievement. So don't be discouraged, my daughters, my sisters. Come out, we'll continue the struggle. And many countries went the same thing we are facing now. Look at Kenya today. They have about 12 commissioners, female commissioners. So we don't be discouraged. It's a great achievement for a woman to come out and contest. And we also have to, educate our traditional rulers and also our men. We are not trying to fight them. We're trying to work together to help each other, to support each other, so that we have a better Nigeria. Council of Women Societies Nigeria is here for you, and we are going to work together. And if you have any problem and you need our support, our office is for you. Please come so that we join hands together and fight for our right.
Thank you so much for coming on the program, the National President, National Council for Women Societies Nigeria. Thank you so much, Hajiya Lami Adamu. Well, you did hear it all firsthand from the National President of the NCWS. Send us your feedback, send us your comments on the contacts scrolling on your screen, and do engage us on the social media handles also scrolling on your screen. My name is Vivian Itekbefo. Many thanks for having you, and see you next week.